The One Piece community is probably the most active fandom there, is when it comes to theories, speculations, and finding the tiniest of details hidden within the anime and manga. While some of those theories are great, some of them are, well, something. These are 35 One Piece theories that are as bizarre and crazy as it gets. For example, the one character with the most insane theories revolving around her is Quina. You see, her death was pretty bizarre, so it kind of makes sense that the theories around her will also be insane. But what I'm about to tell you is nuts. You see, Quina's life was cut short due to a fall from the state. We know this, but apparently, according to this theory, Pika was the stairs that Quina fell over and died in a way, making Pika the legendary down D stairs. About the reason or proof Pika actually did that. Well, how should I know? Crazy people say crazy things. That's how the world works. This was only the first point. And believe me when I say that you're not ready for all the theories I gathered. Some of them are crazy. Some of them will fry your brain, others will give you a stroke. Well, some of them will just cause a hysterical laugh. Each of the following theories gets even crazier than the previous ones. Let's continue. You see, Quina's bizarre theories do not end there. Not even close, actually. This next theory states that Quina did not die after all, but rather she just changed her identity. But who is that mysterious character she became? None other than Mihawk. This theory goes like this. Quina either made a special devil fruit that allowed her to become a man, or Ivankov helped her in that transition. And since she wanted to become the world's best swordsman, she now achieved her goal. Yeah, let's pretend that Mihawk was not President Roger's execution way before Quina was even born. But even though that previous theory was insane, prepare to lose a few brain cells because this next theory is even worse. Once again, Quina did not die. Instead, she took on the identity of another person. Which one this time? Queen. The reason for that, her name sounds pretty close to Queen. I mean, remember Goldie Roger's name that was pronounced Gold Roger? Yeah, same thing. Quina is actually spelled as Quina, and the A in the end is a mistake. My theory is that the guy that came up with this theory smokes the same thing Kizaru smoked. Yet mine has surely better chances of being true. And because my theories and videos are always on point, well, pressing that subscribe button will ensure you get top-notch content in your feed every day. Give it a go. You'll not regret it. But a theory that has absolutely no chances coming true is this theory about Luffy's second dream. You see, Luffy has been teased to have another dream besides becoming the Pirate King. And one of the theories revolving around that is pure madness. I mean, hear this: Luffy's second dream is to be able to swim again. Yeah, we do know that Luffy's random and stupid at the same time, but this goes too much even for him. But wait, the madness does not end there. Luffy will use his Conqueror's Haki to literally conquer the spirit of the ocean, granting him the ability to swim and providing the last piece of the puzzle to make him the most free person on the seas. If this is how Luffy fulfills his dream, then I'll cry for how low One Piece has fallen. But an even more insane theory revolving around dreams is the one that has to do with Zoro. This theory goes as following. During the time skip, Zoro had already defeated Mihawk and is now the strongest swordsman. Talk about anticlimactic. So now I guess Zoro was just chilling, right? No reason to struggle or anything. He's already achieved his goal and casually chose not to tell anyone for over 1,000 chapters. Okay, got it. But if you thought that was anticlimactic, wait to hear this next point. Many One Piece theorists have been trying to guess how the One Piece ends, and what this guy said is what nightmares are made of. According to this theory, the whole One Piece story is basically Luffy hallucinating. You see, Luffy was found inside a barrel by Kobe in episode 1. But according to this theory, this is not what really happened. Luffy is in a coma after drowning in that barrel, and everything we see is just Luffy's dreams. Another variation of this is that Luffy is still in a coma after the Marineford. Yeah, if either of those is true, and Oda better start hiding. I'm not joking. This could actually put a bounty on his head. Well, on the bright side, a small part of the anime will come true when the bounty hunters start hunting Oda. But on the same topic, the ending of One Piece has some equally, if not even worse, theories than that. Hear this. The One Piece stops at one point so that, quote, the viewers can imagine how they want the story to end. When One Piece ends instead of the end, we will get yet another to be continued poster, but no new material will be given so that anyone can make their own story how they like. Oh damn, I got furious just imagining this. But another even worse way One Piece can end is by having Zoro do this. What this theory claims is that Zoro is still a bounty hunter. He's playing the long game, waiting for Luffy's bounty to go up so we can kill him and thus turn him in to claim the world's biggest bounty. He will be the world's best bounty hunter, known as the one who captured the Pirate King. Let's just pretend that Zoro did not almost die trying to protect the Luffy then. I guess a similar theory to that, but an even more bizarre for that matter, is this: Sanji and Zoro are working together and will eventually betray Luffy at the end of one. The theory goes on to state that the reason the two characters keep fighting all the time is to avoid suspicion. When the Straw Hats find the One Piece, Zoro will say to Luffy, quotes, never trust a pirate hunter, and Sanji will say, how about a meal? Your last one? Did you think that Zoro was part of enough bizarre theories? As is not even close, because the next one tops all theories so far mentions Zoro, is an eternal log post to Raftel. That's why Zoro gets lost all the time. In essence, he is just drawn to the One Piece all the time, just like a compass needle is drawn to magnets. This makes the Zoro being the navigator memes even funnier. Not gonna lie, if that was true and Zoro was the navigator, then dude would actually find the One Piece within a week. We mentioned the theories of Queen of being the same person as Mihawk and Queen, but how about the Sabo and Law are one theory? You see, this wasn't just a one-off theory, but an incredibly popular one brought up all the time in forums around 15 years ago after the end of the Marineford arc. The entire logic behind the theory was that one, Sabo probably didn't die as a child and is alive as an adult. 2, if Sabo was alive, why didn't he go to Marineford to save Ace? And 3 was mysterious, and I don't understand why he came to Marineford just to save Luffy. Therefore, Law is actually Sabo, and that quote-unquote explains why Law was at Marineford and where Sabo had been so far. It's obvious that One Piece fans can come up with some insane theories, but how about when One Piece characters come up with theories of their own? This next one is Luffy's. When we're not so sure about something, we all start making up our own theories and assumptions about things, right? But this theory of Luffy's really showed that? Well, Luffy's surely not a rocket scientist, you see. He was trying to find who Big. Remember what he did? He asked a newborn child if he is Big Akakea, ruthless member of the worst generation. Even though that was funny, an even more eccentric theory is the one that states that Kaido is a poneglyph. This poneglyph ate the Hito no Mi model only and became a demon incarnate. What clues did theorists have? Well, that's the point of today's video. None just be our intuition and madness. But when it comes to Wano, well, this arc destroyed so many theories that I couldn't even include all of them. One of them had to do with Luffy's Devil Fruit Awakening. His Devil Fruit Awakening would be to, quote, erase the world like a rubber. There are so many things wrong here. The logic behind this is the fact that in England people call the eraser rubber, and since Luffy's Devil Fruit was literally translated as the rubber fruit in English, apparently it can fit 6 bananas in it, 3 on one side and 3 Zero on the other. I know it sounds silly, but hey, what better place to keep his snacks than there, right? One of my favorite facts is the one where someone asks what Whitebeard looked like without his bandana. On asking if he was actually bald, Oda said that according to rumors, he looks like this, accompanied with an unexpected drawing of Whitebeard's hairstyle. Yes, it was shaped exactly like his mustache. This answer could be Oda joking around for fans. Hey, maybe he keeps extra bananas in his hair too. Fujitora seems like a nice person when he was first introduced in the Dressrosa arc, and it would seem like he actually likes Luffy. After the events of the Dressrosa arc, Fujitora said he wished he wasn't blind so he could see what Luffy looks like because he sounded like he had a kind face. When a band asked what Fujitora imagined Luffy as, Oda drew him with a lot of sparkles. You would think he was a character from a shoujo manga. All of this just goes to show how crazy the worlds of One Piece can get. But according to this next theory, everyone is apparently Roxy Xebeck's son. Don't get me wrong, at this point one of them might actually be a son. But so far, we heard that Dragon is Xebeck's son, Shanks is Xebeck's son, Blackbeard is Zack's, Mihawk is a Beck's son, Buggy is a Beck's son. A kind it was a Beck's son. I mean, at this point, this guy's a Beck has more children than even Big Mom. Even though one of those theories might actually turn out to be true. This next one is pretty much done for Bonnie is Luffy's mom. Well, no spoilers, but after the recent manga chapters that confirmed Bonnie's age, I'm pretty sure this theory got debunked for good. But on that note, apparently Luffy is the son of everyone. First it was Goldie Roger, then it was Crocodile, then it was Big Mom, then it was Bonnie, then it was Emu, then it was Rockspeck. I'm not joking. I even read a theory saying that Chopper is Luffy's mom. Pay attention to the word I use, not father, then make of that what you want. But since we started with bizarre theories about children and parents, this next theory states that Yamato's mother was actually Big Mom. Not many things to say about this besides the fact that this theory makes 0 sense for all kinds of reasons. But how about Monkey Nose Child? The most popular theory about the father is that Shanks is that mysterious man, but not according to this theory that somehow saw the father of that child to be Ace. If that was true, then that would mean that Ace was about 16 or 17 when he had a baby with Mishino. Next, I want to speak about that one time when Rayleigh fought Kizaru and was able to block his attacks because of Haki being a Lodja. Rayleigh should not have been able to attack Kizaru. After all, at that time, Haki was not yet officially introduced or explained to us. So what people theorized was that Rayleigh was wearing Sea Prism sandals when fighting Kizaru and thus being able to block the attacks of a Lodja user. But moving on, let's mention some more insane theories about the ending of One Piece. Yeah, we all knew this would be mentioned eventually, right? The One Piece is all about friendship and the friends and bonds we made along the way. There's actually nothing more on Raptal, and Roger was just trolling everyone to have one less left before he died. Whitebeard just thought it would be funny to continue this trend by trolling even more people. The next theory in line is the one saying that the One Piece story is just Brook narrating everything to the future generation of pirates. And thus the One Piece universe extends and continues with a sequel focused around Luffy's son Poofy. The show will be named Poofy Pirates Next Generation. Would you watch this show or not? Now, this following theory says that all 3 of Dragon, Blackbeard, and Shanks are half-brothers sharing one common parent, Rox D. Xebeck. In essence, These three individuals are working together, plotting and communicating in the shadows with one common evil plan in mind. Shanks gave the devil fruit to Luffy on purpose. Shanks undermined Roger while being in his crew. Blackbeard did everything with the help of his two half-brothers. Dragon is doing something on his end as well, and in the end, they will come together to reveal that everything was done according to their plans. Thank God Oda is the one writing One Piece and not these people. For the next theory, I'm not going to, it kind of made sense back in the day, but as of now, it got completely debunked. A few years ago, a very popular theory was circulating the internet stating that Kizaru was Vegapunk. The pacifist tasks that we knew were invented by Vegapunk and were capable of using Kizaru's lasers. Since no connection was revealed between Kizaru and Vegapunk, this could be further evidence to support the idea that Kizaru is Vegapunk. Because Kizaru can move at the speed of light, it is possible he can do other things at high speed as well, such as reading. This is how he gained so much knowledge by reading books at light speed. Another popular theory back in the day was the one claiming that Smoker would join the Straw Hats. The main claim of this theory was that Smoker was a Marine aiming for justice. When Smoker saw that the world government was corrupted, he decided to join the Straw Hats. Although I do believe there are some chances Smoker will fight alongside Luffy at some point, it will not necessarily be under the alias of being a Straw Hat. Plus, this theory was claiming that Smoker would join before the end of One or So. Once again, this theory failed as well. We spoke quite a bit about parents and children in this video, but even like that, there are two more bizarre theories related to that. The first one is that Kadio is Zoro's father. Truth be told, we were always teased about the potential connection of Zoro with Wano. His fight and constant parallels drawn with Ryama, the symbol on his clothes as a kid, and the fact that Wano was the land of samurai are just a few examples. Because of that, when combining with the fact that Oda was initially hiding Kaido's real face, that led some people into thinking that Zoro was actually Kaido's son. The second theory that has to do with hidden family members is this killer was apparently Sanji's brother, the reason they both have blonde hair. Now when it comes to where the One Piece is, many fans came with their own theories about it, but particularly one of them made me laugh for a solid minute. You see, back in the day, the exact way on how Luffy got a scar on the chest was not 100 shown. There are even some people that to this day still believe that Luffy's scar came from Zoro slicing Luffy, which in reality that's not true, as that episode was filler. Luffy's scar actually came from a kind news attack during Marineford. But because of that confusion, some people believe that the X on Luffy's scar was somehow connected to how the pirate maps have the X mark on the area where the treasure was buried. So apparently Luffy's body would be somehow used to help the Straw Hats find the One Piece. Was that insane? Well, listen to this then. You see, during the Dressrosa art, we were introduced to a new character, an old man that was fighting at the Colosseum. This man went by the name of Lucy. Now, I don't know who did it or why the rumor was started, but apparently some people had the delusional thought that somehow Lucy is in reality Luffy in disguise. I mean, can't people see Lucy clearly has a beard? Well, Luffy doesn't. But an even more delusional theory is the one stating that Usopp is Soga King. Yeah, I know. How can some people even think that, right? After all, Soga King came from the island of snipers. Usopp came from the East Blue. Some people need to understand that just because someone has a long nose, that doesn't make them Usopp. Come on, learn the difference. I mean, this kind of person even said that Zoro had no sense of direction. Come on now, we all know that everyone else has just come with the wrong way. They only think that Zoro was wrong, but in reality, Zoro was always correct about navigation. And finally, the theory about Zoro's left eye. Yeah, I know. So many people claiming that Zoro's left eye hides the Rinnegan. We did have our fun with that. But seriously, we all know that his left eye is the shouting gun.